Today's top cannabis news has Mexico in the spotlight, tips for those pesky taxes, and if you notice a lot of CEOs going missing, you're not the only one. Today is Monday, March 23rd, and this is your TRICHOMES Morning Buzz.
Broadcasting live from the TRICHOMES.com studios in Southern California. It's time for your Morning Buzz. We bring you late-breaking news that keeps you up to date with what's happening in the cannabis industry.
Mexico's legalization of cannabis could mean potential business opportunities for American companies. Mexico, with a population of 130 million, is poised to become the world's most populous country with legal cannabis and hemp next month. And, unlike its northern neighbor, Mexico is setting nationwide regulations to cover all forms of cannabis, no matter the THC content, instead of having a patchwork of laws for the two plants. That last detail in particular could potentially open more business opportunities in the cannabis industry, with the potential for Mexico to export and import from places worldwide where the plants are legal. Mexico does not currently allow hemp cultivation. According to Hemp Industry Daily, it could take years for Mexico to set up regulations for how hemp and cannabis businesses can grow and sell products. But already, some of Mexico's biggest retail chains are interested in carrying CBD beverages and topicals, hemp manufacturers in the U.S. say. As in the U.S., some independent retailers in Mexico are already selling CBD products, even though it's not a completely government-regulated market in either country. Legalization is expected to happen by April 30th, the deadline the country's Supreme Court set for lawmakers to act.
If you're in the industry, you may be asking, what does the federal tax deadline extension mean for the cannabis industry? Cannabis Business Time reports earlier this week, the federal government announced that it would extend the deadline for tax filing and payments until July 15th amid coronavirus concerns. Dean Gusky, CPA with Gusky & Company, is advising his cannabis clients to take advantage of this delay while keeping adequate capital on hand to cover their tax bills. If a government agency gives you a deferral to pay your taxes, take it. Gusky tells Cannabis Business Times, "You're being given an opportunity to hold on to cash for a longer period of time, and I would take it. It's like they're allowing you to borrow from them. It's an interest-free loan, basically," he said. The deadline extension allows individuals to delay tax filing and payment of up to $1 million until July 15th, while corporations can delay payment of up to $10 million. While the deadline extension only applies to federal tax returns, Gusky is encouraging his clients to keep an eye on the state and local policies, as some states and municipalities could also extend their deadlines for tax payments in the coming weeks.
The National Cannabis Risk Management Association has launched a response to help cannabis businesses dealing with the coronavirus. In response to coronavirus, the NCRMA is mobilizing resources to support the needs of its cannabis business members. From increased demand to potential staffing shortages and access to capital, the fallout from the pandemic spotlights the need for sound risk management practices. The nonprofit is offering expertise and guidance to help the industry through these uncertain and unprecedented times. "We are responding to the needs of the cannabis industry and working to provide education, support, and expertise," said Rocco Petrilli, chairman of the organization. This pandemic has forced cannabis business owners to look at risk management more directly and take necessary steps to protect themselves and their businesses. NCRMA has begun surveying its certified service partners, consolidating expertise on risk management, and publishing that content on a variety of forums. To get more information, click the link attached to this story at TRICHOMES.com.
What does the trend of high-profile founders leaving U.S. cannabis companies mean for the industry? CEOs and founders stepping down has been a trend lately in the cannabis industry as well as other businesses. According to MJ Biz Daily, this is a sign of maturation among businesses as investors demand to focus more on profits than raising capital and relying on previously booming stock prices. That focus is common in mainstream industries. As investors push for more accountability and a quicker path to eventual profitability, seasoned executives from outside cannabis are entering the industry to help shape the future, and that leaves less room for original company founders who might not have the skill sets to oversee such an evolution. Investors and entrepreneurs alike are discovering a big difference between starting a company and then managing it as it becomes more complex in terms of finances and structure. The cannabis industry is similar to other startups in mainstream industries as founders battle with the decision to give up control when conflicts emerge as they become more accountable to investors. If you're not keeping track, here's a roundup of some founders who recently exited their U.S. cannabis firms. Adam Bierman of Los Angeles-based multi-state operator MedMen Enterprises in January, Jose Hidalgo of Consortium, a medical dispensary operator in Miami in February, and Joe Caltabiano, co-founder and president of Chicago-based Cresco Labs in March.
And that was today's Morning Buzz. Come see what industry professionals are saying and join the conversation with the cannabis community at TRICHOMES.com.
And be sure to keep up with us on all social media platforms, subscribe to our podcast, and Trichome's YouTube channel for daily content. My name is David Fortin.
And my name is RJ Balde. Take care.